Right, today we're going to have a look at this. This is the Equinox Helix EVO XP. Bit of a mouthful, but look at it. It's humongous. It's a beautiful looking thing. This is version in white. Now, there's been a lot of talk about this thing on the internet because there's been a lot of talk about this one as well, because this is the brilliant Equinox Merlin. And there's been a lot of chat of which is the brightest. Well, let me tell you, this is the brighter product. This has got a 150 watt LED and a load of other features that this hasn't got. Is this good? This is probably one of my favourite lights of the year. Yeah, I kid you not. This little thing, the Equinox Merlin, and I'll put some links in the description to the video, is epic. If you're looking for a simple light that offers room-filling effect in a small to medium-sized room, this is brilliant. About 220 quid. Don't quote me on pricing, but that is the best light I have seen, sub £250 all year. Is it as good as this? No. And there's a lot of talk about this because people are getting a bit sort of like, oh, well, you know, this seems expensive, and it is an expensive item, but you're still getting bang for your buck with this because it's a completely different but very similar effect. But this offers so much more. In a small room, an average size room, and I've had this with LED moving heads and a lot of other LED products, this 80 watt LED, if we take this into our lighting showroom and put them side by side and just put a bit of smoke in them and look at them, they're going to look similar to the point you're going to question it and go, why am I paying for this when this is so good? Well, let me tell you, this, when you put into a big room, will come into its own. The brighter LED will throw so much further. You will get a crisper, sharper, bigger pattern at the other end of the room, on the dance floor, on the walls. You can put this up higher. We've put this at the highest point in our lighting showroom, and it goes right to the floor. No problem at all. Does this look good in our lighting showroom? Yes, but we've put it on the bottom row. It's at eye level and it looks stunning. If you only want to spend 220 quid on a light, you need to get this in your basket now and get it bought. It's epic. But it is a very simple light. It hasn't got separate gobos. It hasn't got rotating gobos. It hasn't got a separate colour wheel. It hasn't got all them features where you can take the gobos out and change it. You can't speed the shows up. You can't slow it down. There's no real manual mode on it. It's a great plug and play light that for your average disco in an average size room will look stunning. But this is the better light. So let's get into it. Right. So what we're going to do in this video, first we're going to run you through some of the specs of the item and its features. Then we're going to take the camera into the lighting showroom, and we've got one mounted up at the highest point in our lighting showroom, and we're going to put a bit of smoke in the room so you can see the colours and you can see the beams of light. I'm not putting it on a DMX desk. We're going to try and get it to run slow so we can see things moving about. I don't think we'll put it into a sound mode, but we'll see how we get on at that end of things. You are going to get to have a look at this light towards the end of the video. If you want to skip through all this bit, by all means, skip to the end of the video. Right, so spec-wise, and I've had to write down my trusty bit of paper because I can remember nothing, right? It's 150 watt LED, and each beam angle, so each individual beam that this produces, is at 2.3 degrees. But your gobo flower beam angle, right, which will all make sense when you see the beams of light, is 22. The coverage angle on this, it's epic, right, 160 degrees. We've got 8 rotating replaceable gobos, and it comes with a pack of extra gobos as well. So there's a lot of gobos in there, and it also comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 extra gobos. Comes with its power cable, and it comes with an omega bracket, which I'm going to show you how that attaches in a second. We've got a pan of 180 degrees, and we've got a tilt of 360 degrees continuous, because it's a barrel type effect. We've got 7 show modes, which you can adjust the speed on as well. So this is where this light becomes into its own. Not only is it brighter than the other light and will throw further in a bigger room, it's the controllability and the customization of what you can achieve with this light. So it's a separate color and gobo wheel. Yeah, the rotating gobos. You can change the gobo, so you could even have some personalized gobos made. So the guys that like to use DMX, you're going to get them, I want to put pink hearts all over the floor and I want that for the first dance. That's all here. That isn't in the other product. That's in here, right? We've also got, for the guys that don't like using DMX, there is a 3-channel mode on this. And the 3-channel mode, you could basically get one of them little DMX desks with 3 faders and control it with 3 faders. What you are going to be able to control is you'll be able to select the shows 1 to 7, you'll be able to select the speed, and you'll also be able to select the sound sensitivity. So if you want to get one of them little mini desks that have got about half a dozen faders on them, you might be able to get some half decent control out of this when it's in 3-channel mode. Anyhow, just thought I'd share that with you because not everybody likes to do DMX. It will work master and slave with the other Helix products. So we've got the Helix Scan, we've got the Helix Roller, we've got the Helix Moonflower, a legendary product. Now it has to be part of the XP range, so the Helix 100 will not master slave with this. It needs to be the Helix XP Moonflower. So you could master and slave some Moonflowers or some scanners within the Helix range. What you need to do though is this will always be the master. So this will be the master because this has got the most things going on. So if you're going to master and slave this with your XP Moonflower, you'd put this as the master and that as the slave. Right, when you're talking DMX, it has got 3, 9 or 12 channel modes. So taking all of this by a DMX desk will work absolutely perfectly. You can also use a CA8 controller, which is a little handheld unit that comes on a cable for some very simple control. I believe, I don't know whether I wrote this down, no I didn't, I think you can flick through the shows, black it out, and you can speed it up and slow it down. But don't quote me on that. And we'll also have a link to the CA8 controller within the description to the video. Right, we're going to take the camera off the stand and we're going to move it around so we can have a look at the back of the unit and the bracketry and how that works. It comes with an Omega bracket and it comes with a power twist cable as well. So let me take the camera off the stand. Right, so coming to the rear of the unit. Now let me tell you, I saw the prototype of this, and when I saw the prototype, all this gubbins here was on the side. And I said to Equinox, oh no, we're not doing that because I won't be able to tidy all my cables away nicely. And they said, you know what, Mike, you've got a point. So they went all the way back to the manufacturer and said, Mike from Phase 1's not happy. We need to move this panel. So this used to be on the side here. And I made that happen. I made it change. So what's great about where that's located is you can get this mounted on a stand and your cable management is going to be great. So, never mind, that was a little story, just so you know. On the back of the unit there, we've got 3-pin DMX in and out. We've got our CA8 controller insert, and we've got our power twist in and out, so we can power link these as well. We've got our control panel, which you can access all the programs and the different features within the light. Then we have got, come around to here, we've got this bracket here. Now the bracket on here is brilliant because the Omega bracket, which I'll take a picture of in a second, can fit here, and it also, forgive my camera work, can fit here. So it can fit in 2 places, making it an absolute dream to mount it. Then we've got also, and I like this touch, we've got a panel here that we can undo, yeah, which gives us access to the fan. Now, as we know, these lights will suck in dust, and they'll suck in dust and mess and everything. And that's usually when these things start clogging up, fans start failing and units start failing. You're going to be able to service the fan, you're going to be able to clean it out yourself just by accessing that door there. And then coming round to the bottom, I hope you can see that door there, that is where you access your replaceable gobos. I think that is a nice design. I think it looks good. I think it looks stunning in white. Don't get me wrong, it is available in black as well. But I think it's time to see it on. What do we reckon? Right. We're going to get some interesting camera angles here because I want to try and show you how much spread this thing has got. So we're stood in the doorway into our lighting room / our storeroom. So we do use this as a bit of a storage space now. And we've got that mounted right at the top there, at the gable end. It's the highest point we could possibly get it. And that's the floor. Right, I'm going to change camera angles again. I'm going to try and get as many camera angles as possible. We haven't got any music on at the minute. You can see when it's catching the mirror ball at the top, it gives a really nice effect. So I'm going to be honest here. I don't think this room's big enough for this light. I really don't. And this is where this product comes into its own. I know it's really difficult because there's lots of things in the room, boxes and stuff. But I think you've got to agree, that is super, super bright. Just going to try some different camera angles just to see if we can give you an idea of scale. Not easy. Like I say, I think this room could do with being 3 and 4 times bigger. We've got lots of height, but I haven't got loads of throw. So there you go. That is the Helix EVO XP from Equinox. If you want some more information, click the link in the description. It will take you through to our website. It will take you links to the actual light. There's a flight case that's available for this as well that will hold 2, and it'll take you through to the CA8 controller that I talked about earlier. This room is not big enough. There's no two ways about it. This light is a more expensive light than the other light we talked about earlier. It's got loads more features, and it will come into its own when you put it into a bigger room and take control of it. And that is what you're paying for. The other light, yeah, if you want to plug and play a light just to go and do a disco with, that's simple, effective, and really good, you need to have a look at the Equinox Merlin. But that's the better light. It's Mike at Phase 1. Ring the bell, click subscribe. It all really helps. And I need all the help I can get.